Well, folks, how we going? We decided to get in the lorry and go a wee drive today, Gary and I. So we headed down to Enniscorthy, and we've called into the local Case dealership, and we've caught up with Barth. You're kind of in charge here in this dealership. So I rang you the other day and I asked you if we could please borrow a tractor. So could you tell us what you're giving us for a little bit to play with and a little bit about this dealership here, because it's relatively new?
Yeah. I mean, look, firstly, you're very welcome, all of you. I suppose when you rang me last week, I was originally thinking sub 200 horsepower, maybe like a maximum 156 cylinder might do. But again, we were finished talking. It finished up at a Puma 175 CVX, fully loaded.
Sorry, I told Gary you didn't have the weird one.
But yeah, doesn't bother us. We're more than happy to give it to you. You know, a super machine, and I definitely think that in the sub 200 horsepower bracket, what you're thinking of doing, what we talked about, it'll be more than fit for it. You know, so it'll be good testament for you to get it out there, try it out, play with a few buttons, and see what you'll do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about where we're at, because it's a very fresh building.
Yeah.
But it's also a part of a much bigger picture. If that's making sense.
Yeah,
because
we the Cooney Furlong Machinery Company is, I suppose, 6 years old. 2014 it was started just mainly with Vaterstad. 2017 then we acquired the Case IH dealership, and so in January 2018 we broke ground here. This was a greenfield site, and we moved in on the 9th of September. You know, and we had our stock in place by that point and all. So since that, we've took on, as you can know, Krone and Amazon and Govile and Schaefer. So we have 6 high-profile good brands. You know, German, Austrian, Swedish. And
today, just by chance,
yeah,
is a good day for you, because
it is. You've
moved up to Krone full line.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, look, it's a huge compliment to our business and what we've achieved to date. You know, I suppose only being in here, coming into our 3rd year, that firstly we wanted to get the systems in place. We have been with Krone for through Farmhand for the last couple of years. Now that they have the confidence in us to move on to the next line, which is a big line, big X's, big M's. You know, we're over the moon about it. You know, it's what we wanted. It allows us now to move into a different type of market with contractors. I think, you know, what the perception is in Wexford, particularly that it's an arable county, but it's actually quite a significant amount of cows in this county, and contractors to go with that, so, and pretty big ones too. So yeah, we're looking forward to the challenge.
Cows mean grass, but it is predominantly arable.
Yeah, it's big Tillage county here, so it's, you know, we look after Wexford, Wicklow and Carlow for Case IH. And to be fair, it's probably as big arable area as anywhere in the country, you know.
Well, we would consider, I suppose, we're taking home the 175, which would be in the Ballymena area where we're going to. We call that a bread and butter tractor, but it would be considered a big tractor. You know, it's up with your 210, 225 New Holland. It's up with that 6145, 6155 John Deere.
That's right.
But you're down here in big Tillage area. So what's normal to see about here?
That is still the bread and butter tractor down here as well. You know, very popular. Puma 165, 150s, 165, 175s, extremely popular tractor. But because the Min-Till is very popular down here, so, you know, obviously you're into wider equipment which require bigger horsepower. But, you know, we have contractors like we spoke about who would use the tractor equipment for the grass side of the business as opposed to the tillage side of the business. So that just means that they have to go for bigger horsepower, you know, 220 horsepower maybe and above. You know, so you know, we're able to care for that, which is, you know, no issues.
What's the biggest Case tractor you have on your books that you would service or look after or have sold through this dealership?
I suppose the biggest is the quad track, the Big Daddy, the 620. That's out on our own farm. We're running that alongside two Magnums. So like the quad track does the main primary cultivation, and the 2 Magnums and pulling 2 6-metre Vaterstad spirits. Yeah, so pretty big gear.
Where Case built his name.
Yeah,
are
yeah,
part
yeah,
of
it's
it.
true.
Well,
It is
actually, I
true.
think this is where Case built his name, over your shoulder
well,
here.
Not too many
How
of them
rare
around.
is this baby? This is a rare machine.
Yeah, the model was only built for a couple of years in Chicago, but we were very lucky to get our hands on it, fully restored, so we didn't have to touch it. But we wanted something nice, something different for the showroom as well. And I think it looks the part. The amount of people that come in here and the kids will be sitting up in it for photos, and it's pretty cool.
And just jumping back to your Case business, you were saying that you're very low in stock, but just at the minute, but is it, you're always running a good few second-hand machines, if someone wants to look in and see what's about. Or
yeah, well, we run a continuous hire fleet, so that's normally sitting in around 15 tractors, so we can pull out and populate that as much as we want throughout the year, and that's worked for us. Again, being a new business, it's a fresh model as well. But yeah, I suppose we did run down the Puma stock a little bit more than normal, because with the next ones that we've ordered are the new model, the facelift model with the new bonnet and a few new features on it as well. So we didn't want to get kind of have the two of them sitting side by side.
Well, that's how I realised that you did actually hire, because it was only a couple of weeks ago we were out with Tanko, and you'd hired them that tractor for the year. Lovely tractor it was doing a great job and that. So that's ultimately. So it's funny how when you're out and about you see things, it leads to things. Well, what's in the future for you guys here? Just bigger, stronger, bolder?
Well, look, as I said, we're still a young company, but the staff, we're all young. Mightn't look as young, but we're definitely as young. But we're running through a lot of apprenticeships as well, and we're training up a lot of staff through the apprenticeship program as well. So we're just building as we go. In terms of pushing the thing on, I suppose the big line, we're very, very positive about that. That's going to be a huge focus for us next year, because it's a combined effort. It's not just a case of the salesman going out and selling like Tom O'Connor's. He's brilliant in product, there's no doubt about it, but we have to be there to service it afterwards as well. The machine is sold, so very, very confident that we're going to be able to do that. So that, I would say, with tying in with the GoVile product, which we took on this year as well, we've had a great response to the demonstrations that we have done so far. We're going to do more of the same next year, so that's going to be the machinery focus.
This particular 175 that we're borrowing for a few weeks, what do you need to tell us about? What is it? What spec?
Yeah, well, I suppose the 175, it only comes as an option as a Vario. So that particular spec of that machine there, it's a 650, 75, 38 Trelleborgs, auto guidance ready. To come auto guidance ready as standard. ISBus Class 3 connectivity, which I was explaining to you about, it allows the machine to take over the operation of the tractor if needed. We've changed a lot of the tractors that we bring in now for that type of operation, put on 360-degree lighting, because the customers that are in these machines are long days. Like 160 litre pump, it's catered for
160 litre pump?
Yep.
But you see, lift the bales in the bale trailer.
Yeah, you can get them with
we were struggling with the Genesis tractor.
Yeah.
It's in the bale trailer.
Yeah.
So I know another job.
Look, there is probably a bit more spec on it than you would normally be ordering. But
basically, it's a case of all boxes tick.
Yeah, sometimes with demonstrators anyway, you want it, because if you don't have that stuff on a demonstrator, you're not showing the full case of what it can do. You want to be able to show, because you could be going from different farm to different farm, and you go into anyone else, they could have different type machine, from Isobus to mowers or whatever. So you have to be able to hook up, plug and play. Well,
thanks very much, Barth, for letting us come down and for letting us borrow the tractor. We'll try our best to look after it, and we'll get a little bit of videos up of how we get on with it. We haven't actually had a new Case product and to look at, so it is really nice, because believe it or not, we are fans of Case, the fact that we have two old ones, and that's something that I'm hoping in the future, with this being an arable area, that we can tie in. We have our very famous 7140 Magnum. We would like to just go through it and double check that we're happy with everything there, and we'd love to maybe get that running alongside a modern Magnum at some point, maybe next year. I'm just guessing with the Cooney Furlong group as a whole, there'll be a Magnum floating about somewhere.
Oh yeah, well, we'll definitely with a few acres spare, we'll be able to scrub some ground.
Well, look, thank you very much, and we'll load up and head for home, and we'll keep you in touch with how we're getting on. And congratulations on getting the full line with Crone. I think that's, as you say, having the full line and anything is a nice.
It's a huge coup.
It's a nice feeling, and Crone. Well, you know, we're Crone fans. We've worked a good bit with Crone over the years, so great job.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for going.